So you've started a brand new TikTok page. Your motivation is at an all-time high. You spend hours and hours on YouTube researching the best niche to get into, and after all this hard work, this happens. So if you're familiar with this scenario, hopefully this video is going to help you out. I know many of you suffer from this exact problem. I get comments all the time on how you can get out of this situation. When I look at your pages, normally I can see straight away why you are in the 200 view jail. This could be one of my most important videos on TikTok yet, because I'm going to be explaining the fundamentals on actual building a TikTok page. You know, if you don't have these fundamentals down, your videos aren't going to go viral. You know, you need to get these things right. First, let's talk about the TikTok algorithm and why it actually puts your videos in the 200 view jail. You know, I think if you have a better understanding on why TikTok does what it does, you know, you'll actually start making some better videos. You see, 200 view jail is actually just TikTok testing out your content. They're basically showing your video to 200 people, and then depending on how these people interact with the content, TikTok will know whether it's a good video or not. So if the 200 people that watch your video actually, you know, leave a like, comment, engage with it, watch the video the full length, TikTok will see, okay, this is a good video. And what they will then do is test this video out on a larger sample size, normally around 1,000 to 2,000 people. And then basically the cycle repeats. If those 1,000, 2,000 people enjoy it, TikTok are going to test it out on a larger sample size. If they enjoy it, it's going to test it out on a larger sample size, and so on and so on. That is how the algorithm works, and that is why your view gets capped at certain levels. If you ever found your views get capped at the same cap every single time, that's because when TikTok is testing it out on a larger audience size, they're not reacting positively to your video. So if you are in the 200 view jail, that means you're not getting past the first circle. TikTok is testing your video out and you're not getting past that first hurdle. This means that the audiences aren't enjoying your content. You know, they're not liking, they're not commenting, they're not engaging, or they're just not watching the full thing. You might be thinking, well, that's crazy because I know loads of other people doing the same niche as me and they're getting millions of views. Well, yeah, that could be true. There are probably some nuances separating your page from their page, and today we're going to go into all those nuances to hopefully showcase why your videos aren't performing as well. I'm almost certain no matter how good you are with TikTok, you're probably making some mistakes on this list, and if you want to maximize your views and get more money from the TikTok creativity program, then you want to be watching this video all the way through to make sure your TikTok is performing as best as it can be. Anyways, I hope that made sense. I hope your understanding of the algorithm is a little bit better after that. You know, I think a lot of us think of the algorithm as like this mystical being, and we don't really know why it does what it does. But in reality, if you make a good video, TikTok will want to post that video to as many people as possible. I'm not trying to slate you and say you're making bad videos. That is not what this video is about. But let's just go into some of the reasons why your videos might not be performing well. So when I first started my Minecraft Reddit page, my videos looked blurry. This was because I actually downloaded them straight off YouTube using a YouTube downloader. Now this meant some of my first videos were stuck in that 200 view jail. They could not get past that. And you know, for the longest time, I didn't know how to actually get high quality gameplay or make my TikToks high quality. You know, I didn't think when you actually used a YouTube downloader that it compressed the image as much as it does. Like, it really does make the videos blurry, even though if you can't see it straight away. Now, I've done some experimentation, I've done some cooking. So the better way to do this is to actually screen record the videos straight off YouTube yourself. Now, you can either do this using your phone, just make sure 4K is enabled in the YouTube video, or you can actually do this on a computer using a screen recorder. For example, I've got this Minecraft video right here. I've screen recorded it. I've made sure that the video is 4K, and then I just throw it over to CapCut, and bam, the quality is really, really good. It negates all of that negative quality, and we've got this really good looking TikTok. Obviously, you also need to make sure you export it in high quality. If you're using CapCut, make sure you export it in at least 1080p, but even high quality if you can. Should be your first go-to. Like, if you're wondering why your videos aren't hitting past 200 views, you should look at the video quality straight away. This is the first thing on the list for a reason. Sometimes TikTok will even straight out tell you and give you a notification saying the video is not good enough quality and we're not pushing it to the For You page. So please, please, please make sure your videos are top quality before you post them on TikTok. I promise you, this will probably solve like 50% of your issues right here. Alright, next is captions. I'm going to show you two examples.
A game where nobody explained the rules to you. You're expected to make all these life-defining financial decisions, how to handle credit, what investing in.
There's been a big moment, a new era.
I heard about
of
this.
the Sidemen. So basically, we have our card system, Sidemen, Tally, whatever.
As you can see, the second one is 10 times better. Honestly, please don't make these half-baked captions. It takes 2 seconds in CapCut to make the captions look high quality. All you have to do is change the font and add an effect. It really is not difficult. Please do not make these low-quality captions. Now, obviously, some of you don't even include captions in your videos, and I'm going to tell you why that might just be a really bad idea. You see, surprisingly, a large number of people actually watch TikTok with no no sound. Apparently over 80% of people that watch TikTok just don't have the sound on. Honestly, don't ask me why this is, but obviously getting the captions right is really important, because for these 80% of people that don't have the sound, they want to be reading some nice captions. They want to make sure it's actually appealing to them. This could be the difference between a 200 view jail or a banger video if you get these captions right. Next up, your hook is rubbish. So a lot of you guys don't have experience with editing software, and that's fine. Like, you don't need to be a really good editor to make these TikTok videos and earn money with the creativity program. You don't need to be very savvy, but you do need to know some fundamentals, especially the hook. Now, if you don't know what a hook is, I'm going to break this down for you right now. A hook is to keep the viewer engaged. Now, this is normally at the start of the video, because if you can hook the viewer in straight away at the start of the video, there's more chance they're going to watch the entire video and not just scroll to the next one. This is an example of a good hook right here.
Going viral is not luck, it's calculated. Don't believe me?
You see, as soon as we listen to that, we want to see more. We want to continue watching the video, and that is why this video has popped off and got millions of views. Now, a good hook is normally made of either a question or a challenge. It could be a teaser or a preview of what's to come in the video, or it could have an emotional appeal. You know, if you can get your viewer to feel something and actually get emotionally invested, they're going to want to watch the whole video. And obviously, the whole point of this is to watch the whole video, because if the viewer watches the video more and not just scrolls away, your average view duration will go up, which means TikTok will think, okay, this video is doing good, people are watching it longer, and they'll send your video out to more and more people, so you'll get out of the 200 view jail. Now, if you can get your hook to cover all three topics that I just mentioned, you know you're going to have a banger on your hands. But a hook doesn't always have to cover all three. But you know, next time before you post, just ask yourself, does my video hook the viewer in? And then when you're asking yourself that question, have a look at the three things that I just mentioned and ask yourself, does the start of your video attribute to any of those? And if it doesn't, you know, maybe rethink what you're posting and maybe post something else, or try and include one of these things, because honestly, I think this could really elevate your video. Finally, if you've tried all these steps and your video is still stuck at the 200 view jail, then I have some bad news for you, and you're not going to want to hear this, and I'm sorry that this has happened to you. Time to press F to pay respects to your page. I'm sorry, but you're probably going to have to start a brand new TikTok page. I've seen this happen where people do everything right. You know, they have a good niche, they're making good quality videos, and they're actually, you know, doing all the fundamentals that I've just explained in this video, and their videos are still stuck in the 200 view jail. But if your account is into this state and you're confident you're doing everything in your power to make your videos as good as possible, then TikTok might have shadow banned you, which means you'll never get past the 200 view jail. And if this happens to you, just make a new account. You know, abandon that account, because it's not gonna get views no matter how much time you put into it, and actually start posting the videos that you're gonna post on a new account. And I guarantee that these videos are gonna get more views, and honestly, you're gonna break out of that 200 view jail. Now, a lot of people are scared that when they start a new TikTok page after being shadow banned, that their new TikTok page is just going to be shadow banned just like the old one. This is not true. TikTok treats every account fresh and like it's a brand new person. So if you are shadow banned, this is probably the best thing that you can do. So this is worst case scenario, so make sure you try all the steps before this. But honestly, if it's a last resort, just hit that reset button and I'm sure your TikTok page will grow. Anyways, I hope this video helped. If you haven't started a TikTok page yet, make sure to check out some of my other videos where I explain some really good niches to jump into right now. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe.